I'm MacKenzie, and I'm a youth services librarian with the Beaverton City Library. Normally at Murray Shoals, but today I'm at home, and I'm just going to tell you about two of my favorite roughly middle school chapter books that I read this year in 2020. Now, neither of them were published in 2020, but they were both books, like I said, that I read in 2020. So I would say that these books are great for roughly grades like 3 to 8 or 4 to 8, somewhere in there. Okay. The first one I'm going to talk about is called The Vanderbeekers of 141st Street by Karina Glaser. Now, this book has been on my radar for a while, but because it's an OBOB title, Oregon Battle of the Books, for grades 3 to 5, I only finally read it. So it is appropriate for grades 3, but the reading level of it is on like the higher end, I would say. But definitely fine for third graders. So this book, The Vanderbeekers, is a family, and they live in this brownstone right here. And they make up of mom, dad, and then 5 kids: Issa, Lainey, Jesse, Oliver, and Hyacinth, and 3 pets: Franz, George Washington, and Paganini. That was a mouthful to read aloud whenever I read this book aloud over Zoom. So the deal is that their landlord, Mr. Biderman, who lives on the next floor above, or even the top floor of the building, he has decided that he is not going to renew their lease for the following year. As you can imagine, the family is a bit of a handful, but they're very charming, very lovely people. But he has decided that they must move out by December 31st. And this family has lived in this home for as long as the kids can remember. So understandably, they are very, very upset. And now the kids have a mission. They are going to do their best to convince Mr. Biderman that he should renew their lease. And if that doesn't work, then convince the neighborhood to convince Mr. Biderman that he should renew their lease. So as you can imagine, the kids get into all sorts of shenanigans. It's funny, it's charming, it's sweet, it's heartwarming. And if you're a fan of the Penderwicks, it's a similar read. So this is the first book in the series. There are currently 4 books in the series, and the latest one is called The Vanderbeekers Lost and Found. So The Vanderbeekers of 141st Street, highly recommend. My next chapter book that I'm going to recommend that I really loved reading this year is called Sunny by Jason Reynolds. So Ghost, which is in the same series, it's in his track series for middle schoolers, roughly. Ghost is the first one. I loved it. Patina is the second one. Really enjoyed it. Sunny is the third one. I think I read it this summer, and I was just blown away how much I loved it. And as much as I loved Ghost, I think I like Sunny even better. So Sunny's on the track team with these other kids, and he believes that he is a murderer. But the deal is that he thinks that he murdered his mom, who died in childbirth. And it's just heartbreaking because you want to tell Sunny, like, it doesn't work that way, kid. But he ends up having a very formal relationship with his father. His father, understandably heartbroken. So Sunny excels in the 1,600 meter track event, also known as the 1 mile. And he basically wins every time. And he does it for his mom. His mom was also a runner, and she won awards and all those sorts of things. And for Sunny and his dad, it was like Sunny was doing it for his mom. But Sunny doesn't like running. He really doesn't. So he just stops running in the middle of an event, and instead he tells his coach that he likes to dance. But Sunny can't be on the track team and dance at the same time. There's no dance event in track, but there are field events. So his coach starts training him on a field event, and it takes a lot of work. Sunny is not automatically amazing at it, but similar to the other stories in this series, the book ends on Sunny doing this field event And you get to see everything right up to the very last moment when you don't know if he's gonna win, you don't know if he's done well, you don't know if he finishes, but so it gives you a lot of opportunity to imagine what happened. So like I said, there are 4 books in the track series. The 4th and latest one, I believe the last one, is Lou. That's the one I haven't read yet, though it is on my shelf. And then Jason Reynolds' latest book for roughly middle schoolers is called Look Both Ways, which is supposed to be amazing. So, Sunny, book 3 in the track series by Jason Reynolds, also highly recommend. Well, thank you all for listening, and I hope that you now have found or discovered a new book to read. Thanks again. Bye.